As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
First play, here's Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 58 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Jeremy Chin there defensively. Charles, we've seen some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Cousins. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And now it's blocked. And the Patriots have it. Taking it right down Broadway. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after all that, it's just your everyday 6-2 ball game.
And let's think about how important that can turn out to be, because remember, it's not just a 2-point swing. It's a 3-point swing. I'm just wondering, you think they can load the bases, hit a home run, and tie it up?
Well, I was going to ask you, I can't remember the last time that I've seen a 6-2 score in football.
Me either. I've been racking my brain on that one. 6-2? Not often.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
The Patriots, it's 7-3 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On second down, Johnson.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's had a fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to a great day of football here this Thanksgiving holiday in 2022.
They'll try and throw for it here. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high-percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins.
And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's third. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a player, but when there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited. but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Johnson on the counter. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Johnson.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 23.
44 yards on the ground for it so far.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
He's got the first down and more.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Henry is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jerry Jeudy,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
This time, the extra point up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
The first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The handoff running left, Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots have regained the lead.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cousins to throw it. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins.
He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 2nd down, Mostert.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
And he will have the Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 1st and 10. Cousins looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Cousins.
Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Folks kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Hunter Henry brings it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Rolling to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Once again, hope everyone out there has...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Patriots to take over. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive.
Ready, break.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
He's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Henry again on second down.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Play action. They'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and
Cousins.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too good.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. He'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Mills. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now. 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now it's Peterson. Nifty move.
13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57.
And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but Hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
K.J. Osborne, the one he was looking for.
And it's 3rd and short. Cousins now.
That swung out to Mostert.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards.
Folk's kick is good.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1. And I think you were there when I was there. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Come on. Hey.
They begin with Henry.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring out 3rd and 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Up the middle, Johnson.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue being productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try to snatch a victory.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll go down at the 28. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Vikings!
Raheem Mostert.
34 yards.
And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And they will take a 7-point lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
So the Patriots now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Well, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got to complete to Waddle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's back to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, It may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better.
Oh, wide open, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Vikings are going to take